Follow all Moasers news on his website, www.moasers.com. And on his Facebook Moasers and Instagram Moasers13 page 2. For daily exclusive publications.
Hello and welcome on Moisier for this first video about the expanded softs and plugin ESP that I will call for all the video with the short name No. This is the first video for a series of 5. On the first one we are going to see how to install what you need for requirement, what you need to download and install, and the basic settings you need to have. After we will see the common settings, the part level, and all will be with the Montage M connected. And after, on the fourth video, we are going to see how to connect one of a keyboard with your computer, your laptop. As an example, if you go outside to connect and use with ESP, and for the 5, we are going to see how to work on stage with Camlot Pro, of course. But the first thing I want to explain to you is that ESP is only for users who have bought the Montage M. There is no plan to sell ESP outside. So this is free for all Montage M users. So if you want ESP, you need to buy a Montage M. If you do not know me, my name is Joël Borg. I work in partnership with Yamaha Music Europe in France, and you can retrieve me every day. On Facebook, it's called Moisier, Instagram, Moisier13, the website has a reference, www.moisier.com. And if you are not already a Moisier YouTube follower, please click on subscribe and click on the bell to be informed when I release a new video. So first of all, what is ESP? This is a virtual instrument. You have here the hardware instrument, the Montage M hardware. With ESP, you have like a second montage. You have two. You have one of a montage inside your computer. The first version we have is, I will say, a teeny editor. We have not all the functions that we have to go deeper inside. Here, I will say, to explain, we have most of the function you have here to edit basic things like that, but you have some great things to work with it, of course. And in this summer 2024, we will have the complete version with absolutely all the complete dual montage aim for you that you have by the first montage on hardware. It's available for PC, for Mac, on VST3 or OFF3. Of course, you need to have I would say, a medium computer. No need to have a huge computer. It works fine. If you have a medium computer, you have the information about the requirement on Yamaha Synths, and you say perhaps, oh, I can have my ESP, I have my Montage M, I want to have my ESP, oh, I can do that. That's what we are going to see first of all, but you need to have the Montage M OS update to the 1.20, so see my previous video about that. Do not miss it. And also you need to have the Yamaha standby USB driver installed to have the communication through the USB from the Montage M and ESP, of course. So ESP does not work as standalone, so you need to have a host. It can be a DAW, it can be a software, a VST host, of course, like that. Easy to say. And if you do not have any DAW, you have inside your montage box with the manual, you have this paper. Thank you, Yamaha Synths, for this nice screen capture about Cubase AI. So you have a download access code here. So this is for Cubase AI to have a DAW if you do not have it. Of course, if you have one of a DAW like Cubase or one of a brand that supports VST3 or free, you can use it on your PC or Mac. And you have a second paper with the ESP softs and plugin for Montage M download information. You have the QR code and you have the download access code here. So very important to have these two papers. So that's only for Montage M user, only in your Montage M box. Of course, like it works with Standby, you need to have a Standby account. So here it's in French, sorry, I cannot change that. So if you do not have an account, you can create one. So you will see create an account, or if you have one, you can enter your mail address and your password and you connect to that. And what you need to have is the download assistant and the activation manager. That's what we are going to see now. So download after the USB driver, after updating the operating system, download the Sternberg download assistant here. And here, simply copy the download access code you have seen on the paper. You copy and you press OK. Of course, for me, it's already installed for that. And I have some differences about you, but you will see on my product downloads, you will see ESP and Cubase AI. As an example for Cubase AI, you will see something like that. Like I work with Cubase Pro, I have some things installed, but you just click to install here. Here already, it's in French too. And on my download, you will see for ESP, the logo for ESP. You do not see mine because I have a dedicated license for a partner instructor, so it's not work in the same way than you. So you will see here, as an example, ESP for montage, and you just need to click to install, and it will install it. And if you open Cubase or any other DAW, you will see you need to activate the licenses. So you need to have the Sternberg Activation Manager. And here also you have a little bit difference for the expanded softs and plug. You will not have a date. I have a date because I have a dedicated license for partner instructor. You will see activate like that. And to activate, you just need to click on the red here, or to unactivate something, you just need to unactivate by clicking on the gray like that. And when it's activated, you are ready to go. So you go on Cubase. I start the first opening on Cubase. And if it's the first time, you will start here. You have the information here, and you have recent. It will be empty. Of course, you have some example for recording. I have a load because I have Sternberg, also sound card. You have scoring, production, mastering. And here you will see not CK and ESP alone. You will see empty alone. So I suggest to start and to try to start with empty. So just double click on empty. It will open a folder and say on what folder you want to work for the temporary file, the things you need to record. You can select one of the files, or you can go like that, pressing enter, and you have Cubase opening. I will change my view to let's appear me here. I come back. And you have my montage M here, the hardware. You have the screen. We say here, you have my montage screen capture here with the bottom here. This time here, because it's more easy with the window. I have a lot of things to show to you. So I need to have this disposition, especially for that video. And the first thing we are going to do is not to put in the project the file for ESP. We need to go to Studio. We need to go to Studio Setup like that, and we need to go here to MIDI port setup. And that's very, very important for Windows users here. Listen carefully, please. Here you see the Montage M port for the MIDI. That's why I say port and not buses. The M1 here is the communication between the keyboard and all the things you move from the USB and sending and receiving this kind of data. The port 2 is the remote. It's for controlling in Cubase or some other DAW that can accept that you can control functions from this DAW with the faders, with the knobs, okay? The 3 is the, I will say, capture the 5-pin MIDI that you are on the back to resend and communicate with USB like that. And the 4 is really for the ESP communication. So you have input and you have output. On input for only Windows users, you need to unselect here and select the box, because if you let them select, you cannot have the communication between ESP and Montage M for dumping data. So you need to unactivate. This is the first thing for Windows only. On Mac, it works normally. On audio system, you need to be, if you have already installed the Yamaha Sternberg USB driver, the Yamaha Sternberg here, and here you can have the control panel. I will let's come back my window here. Yeah, with the Montage M connected for the audio. That's very quite easy. And on studio connection, I will not go to the input, but on the output, you need to have on the main, you need to have the Yamaha Sternberg and the main left and right to let you hear ESP. If you do not have that, you cannot hear ESP. Here, the ESP sound will come from Cubase and come back to my Montage M and go to the main out. Okay, with the pack, the nice pack version 2. So now I want to play with ESP. Oh, I can do that. Go to Project, add a track, instrument track here. And here, already a little bit work. Expanded software plugin, you have a kind list of that here as an example. Montage M1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this number is not important. This one at the end is very important. This is the port 1. This is the port for communication, for the nodes, for the controllers I will move. So set the port finishing by 1 for the montage. And you do not see the 4 because on Windows I have unactivated the 4. Audio output, to the main. And the name I will put ESP. Okay, let's go and it starts. And we will see now ESP. And by default you have the first performance, the CFX plus FM EP. And now what you are going to hear is only ESP. Because here, for my part, chart comp, you can see I have set the volume to 0. So you will hear only ESP. That's exactly the same that you have on hardware on your Montage M. Okay? And the great thing is here, on ESP, I have the CFX plus FM EP. And I have set my level at 0 here, or I can set the local control off, and I can have the 2. I say to you, you have 2 montage, no, 1 on the computer with all the audio engine, AWN2, ANX, FMX, and you have the hardware 2. I have the 2 in the same time. Same polyphony for ESP, 128 notes for the AWN2, mono and stereo, FMX mono, of course, because FMX is mono, and for the ANX, 16 polyphony notes, the same that you have in the hardware, exactly the same. You have a dual things. You have not all the editing things. Okay, this is the teeny version, I say to you, but you have some huge and great things we will see on others video about that. I can change the performance by clicking here and use the category search, but I will show you on the command video I will do after. And you can save also your performances as VNC instrument here inside Cubase on your project like this. I have chart comp, and you see on my screen, I will put my finger here on my screen, I have chart comp. So you will hear, here the level is at 0. No sound. I will mute to let you hear. Yeah, mute ESP. No sound. Okay. I unmute ESP. This is ESP alone. I put the volume here. This is the Montage M alone. This is exactly the same. Same FX, same, all the things are the same. So it's huge. It's really amazing to have the 2 like that. You have 2 Montage M, so you can complete. Now here, I have 16 polyphony notes for the ANX here on my hardware. But on the top here on ESP, I need to do like that. On ESP, you have 16 others polyphony notes. So here I use chart comp. But if I want, I can change and go to Polydreams, and I have 2 ANX performances in the same time. Each of them has 16 notes of polyphony. So I will go to be sure, I will go like that in part. Yes, I have the level. Same type of sounds, of course, I can change a bit like that you hear. So very, very great to have this. So let's see some of the in a quick way settings before to go to the bonus. Here we will see for the command category search, we will see for the bonus that here it's here. This here allow you to sync the things between Montage and ESP. So you see, it reads the performance name. sync Wacom. So I can receive from the montage if I do, because I prefer some things like that to edit things, and I can do up, I put them in ESP, or if I work alone on the computer without my montage M, and after I connect, I can come back and send it to my montage M with the transmit here. So very great to have that. This is here, you have the legal notice, so you can read if you want. So let's go to the settings, more interesting for us. Here I am on nice screen for my desktop computer, but if you are on the laptop, perhaps it's smaller. And perhaps this size is huge, too huge for your laptop, so you can go and pass to the small size. Simple, but very great. I come back to the large for the video. Here, this is the volume. This is the volume for ESP, not the Montage M. It does not interfere with Montage M hardware. It's only for ESP, the node shift, the tone. The buffering size is very important because from one performance to one other, you can set to free fully the memory, and I will explain to you on the bonus because you can load, of course, your users and backup file, and you can have external waveform like you have. It's really a second Montage M you have in hand. So, or if your computer is a little bit low in memory, perhaps you prefer to go to 1 GB or 2, try that. You have the scene memory and the super knob control change that you can change. As an example, if you work with one of the master keyboard, after I will show you in the video. Here, this is the level for ESP, only ESP. So I will be sure I cut. Here I have only chart comp. So you see it's reduced, only ESP, and I can go to, not too much for the video, please. And you have the MIDI channel, you have to have the same on your montage, and you need to have the same. Of course, on ESP, you can change the global tuning here. You can set the arpeggio and the FX switch. So I show you here on the settings that you need to have that. On the montage, you need to have some settings also to have the communication. Of course, you need to go on utility to be on USB, local control you will see, but here you need to have the same MIDI channel, of course, to control ESP. This is for parts on their keyboard control. And one of the things, you need to be on vendor mode here, of course. And the last thing you can down also to be sure to have, if you start to play so that does not work, you can go on quick setup and go to with plugin OS app like that. Very easy to do that. So if you want to take it and or go deeper with ESP or your Montage M alone as a standalone, if you want for the hardware standalone only, or the montage, the Modex, all the Modex, the CK, the YC stage keyboard, Camlet Pro, John Wether software are using Cubase, so in the same time, like that with this nice synth and stage keyboard, you can ask me for a Moisio Masterclass. It's online through Zoom. You choose the topic we are going to work together, and you can book on your time zone directly on my available slots on my calendar through Music Space platform. So that's very great. And after you have the video of your session, you can download it and review as many anytime you need. All information on video description, and you will see on video ending too. But no, that's the bonus time. So for this bonus, you have on your ESP, you have all the factory sounds. So the AW2, NX, FMX, but you do not have your user sounds. And all I can do, if I want to have all my Montage M users library I have, does I need to go here and sync one by one all the things I prepare in rehearsal with the band or standalone at home like that, not connect to my computer, or one by one. Of course, no, you do not need that. Just click here on this nice folder. And no, you can load user file. If you do not have library and you work only with user data, you can load only the user file. If you load the libraries you want to have, you will load the Baker file. Click on load. I will not do it because I already done. And after done on that, you have all your Montage M content. All the things I have on my Montage M are now in ESP. That's very, very, very huge to have that. Be careful, this is not a librarian. You cannot reorganize the performance. Say, I have this user on that position. This is not a librarian. It reads the things, it reads your backup file. If you done some change and storing user, after you are loading your backup file, you do not need to reload the backup. You just need to reload the users. Of course, if you add a new library in your Montage M hardware, you need to reload the backup file because you cannot load a library. This is not a librarian. But that's great. You have really a second Montage M on your computer. That's video ending. I hope you have liked it. I hope you have found it interesting. If yes, please click on the blue thumb. It's very important for me because I remember to you, I done all these videos outside my office. They work. So it's a huge work. So if you like, please press like. If you want to help and support the channel, you have bottom right the video. The super thanks, it's a kind of donation. It helped me to improve the gear, renew the licenses, buy some new software to have a better rendering for the video I produce for you. If you want to moist your masterclass, please see on video description and on video ending. You have all information to book on Music Hackspace your masterclass from anywhere you are on Earth. See you soon for one more Montage M video. Bye.
Would you like to discover, learn, or improve your knowledge of your Yamaha synthesizer or stage keyboard? Book your Moasers Masterclass now. Your private session is conducted online through Zoom. Take all benefit of Moasers' expertise, Yamaha synthesizers and stage keyboard specialist and consultant for Yamaha Music Europe and France. As member of International Yamaha Tech Talk live team, Music Hackspace instructor and host of the Camelot Pro Sessions, Joel take care of your experience level. Whether you're a beginner or a skilled user, get the most out of your Yamaha synthesizer, stage keyboard, John Mayla's software suite or Camelot Pro. Book your session for your personal Moasers one-to-one session. It's available for users all over the world through Music Hackspace platform. It's easy. Select your date and time from the Moasers calendar available slots on your time zone. Thank you for watching this Moasers video. Do not forget to click on like, subscribe and click on the bell to be informed when a new video is online. Do not hesitate to write a comment or ask a question. See you soon, bye!